Yes, it's me who'd you think it was, and it's him, Zero. And Wednesday's over there. I haven't been able to vlog lately because I've been super busy with work, been pulling a bunch of overtime, and I think I've overdone it a little bit. Here he comes. This is my show, Zero. Anyway, I guess the topic of today's tiny little vlog is anxiety. Now, I've suffered with anxiety for years now. Growing up, I've always had the signs of anxiety and the symptoms. I was just too young to understand what it was and how to control it. And I've really never talked about my anxiety. It's I don't know, I just don't like to talk about it, but I think it's gonna help me in the long run. This whole week I've been having insane anxiety. I have a pink nail. Insane anxiety. Most recently, 2 nights ago when I was working overtime, I got out at 7:30, 9:30, and I was driving down the freeway and I had the worst panic attack of my life where everything was going wrong. I felt like I was going to pass out driving on the freeway. I had to call Johnny because I was freaking out. I started to get dizzy, hyperventilating. My legs felt like jello. I lost feeling in my legs, which freaked me out even more because I was driving. It was just insane. And I was on the west side, far west side. Wednesday, come here. I was on the far west side, so it takes an hour to get over to where I live. And it was an hour of torture. I even considered stopping at a hospital to check my sugar. I just didn't feel right, it wasn't a normal panic attack. I got home and everything seemed fine. When I got home, my levels were all over the place. As some of you might know, that anxiety has a lot to do with chemical imbalances, chemicals in your mind, fight or flight, all that jazz. So my chemicals were off the charts, whack. So I felt dizzy, and every now and then, my dizziness started to get worse and worse and worse, and to the point where I felt sick again. See, my thing is that I recognize that sometimes it's anxiety, and what gives me more anxiety is I'm what if it's not? My weight has always been an issue. My triggers are food, so I'll eat, and then I'll feel really guilty, and then I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack, or feel like my sugar's low. I haven't been diagnosed with diabetes, and so I don't know if I have diabetes, and it scares me to go to the doctor to find out if I do or not. Getting healthy has been a real big struggle. I've been going with Adrian. I've gone with him twice, but I have been exercising at home and at work, and I have been maintaining it. I feel like I can do more. Definitely can do more. Always room for improvement, and haven't been doing great on eating, but I've done a massive improvement of what I used to eat. My problem is that I start to feel good, and then it kind of fizzles out. So I can't let it fizzle out. But that's one of my main triggers, is that I'm unhealthy, and then I start thinking that I have blood clots, and I know it's a lot of crap, and I know there's a lot more symptoms to what I think I have. But when you're in a panic attack, you're just what is it? Why do I feel like that? And what's kind of freaking me out lately is we're going to Disneyland. I've never been there before, and I'm just freaking myself out because I'm what if I have a panic attack over there? Or what if Johnny's on a ride? What if I have a panic attack while Johnny's in the line for a ride and he can't ride it because I have to have him save me? Or what if he's on a ride and I'm panicking and something happens to me, or I faint or something? And it's funny though, because all my life I've had anxiety. I've never fainted. I've gotten close, but I've never fainted. And I think I used to take medication for it. I lost my insurance once I got older. I was off my mom's insurance. I have insurance now, Not great insurance, but it's insurance. And guys, so I'm thinking of going back to the doctor and seeing if I can be put on some medication. I mean, I can afford it now, and I just don't like being on medication. You know, I was able to train myself how to, how to control it on my own by meditation and keeping my mind busy and self-affirmations, and lately it hasn't been working. Like, I've been crippled by it in the past 3 days, like completely crippled. Sorry, they're fighting down here. Completely crippled by it, and it's scary. It is really scary. Like, Johnny just left right now, and I started freaking out. Like, I started feeling dizzy, and then I'm like, why am I feeling dizzy? What if I'm having a heart attack? I can't breathe. And I got freaked out. So I kind of just went to clean the restroom. I'm watching some Disneyland videos to help me calm down, and the dogs help me a lot. And I think it's time to go back. Like, I'm not shaming anyone who takes medication for anxiety, because some people need it, some people don't. I stopped taking it because I couldn't afford it, and I had to find other ways to cope with my crippling anxiety. And it's been great lately. Like, past 3 years, I haven't had it in a long time. I haven't had that big of a panic attack. But when I first got diagnosed, I actually had to go see a psychiatrist, see all those people, and I got diagnosed with severe panic disorder and anxiety. So he put me on medication, and yeah, I mean, it was bad. Like, my anxiety when I first got diagnosed was terrible. Like, I trained myself that I couldn't look to the left because I would start to feel like I was gonna die or pass out, and I would hyperventilate, and it was like horrible panic attacks. Like, I didn't sleep at night. I would stay up looking out the window, wondering if I fell asleep would I wake up, and it was just horrible. So I needed that medication then. After I lost it, I kind of just, like I said, did it on my own. And it worked for a while, and I don't know, maybe just the added stress of work, health, all that stuff, and it's coming back. It's not as bad, but 2 days ago, that one was pretty crazy. Like, really crazy. Scary, because I was driving, you know. I was thinking, I need to get off the freeway, and it was just, it was too much for me. Yesterday we also went to go eat Mexican food, and I started feeling sick, and I started panicking, and I couldn't enjoy my meal because I was like, I'm gonna choke. It's ridiculous what anxiety does to you. I just gotta like focus my mind and say, hey, nothing's gonna happen to you, you're fine. And I think I need to go to the doctor just so I can see where I'm at physically, so I can know what to improve on. And when I turn this camera off, I'm gonna let you guys have it for being little jerks. Just so I know exactly where I'm at. Cholesterol levels, it puts my mind at ease. I'm so grateful that Johnny used to be a CNA and knows how to check blood pressures and stuff, because I make him check my blood pressure, and if it's okay, if it's normal, then I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna have a heart attack, so that calms me down. And Wednesday, that's enough. Look what I deal with. Oh, brat. So that kind of helps me a lot. And a lot of it is also acid reflux. Now, I haven't had it in a long time because of the dieting, because of the exercise, so that's great. But every now and then when I do get it, I have a pain in my chest, and I automatically start thinking, oh my god, I have a heart attack, blah blah blah. And it just ends up being really bad acid reflux. So she just crashed into the wall like an idiot. She's something special. So anxiety is really shitty. Like, And you know what? It's funny because the rest of my family has it. Like, my brother has it. I don't know to what extent, but I've seen him go through a panic attack. My father has it. His isn't like a panic attacks, things like that, but I think I have it the worst. I'm not too sure, but I think I do have it the worst. Like, a lot of things that I don't tell anybody what goes on. I don't have like suicidal tendencies or like anything like that. It's just nuts. It's like the way you feel. It's just crazy how much your mind plays tricks on you, and it's scary. This trip is I mean, I want to go so bad, and I know I'm gonna have fun. But like this last Disney trip we went to with my aunts, I didn't panic at all. Like, I felt fine, and I think it's because I like worked there, I lived there, I know what to expect. This is something totally new, out of my element, never been, and don't know where things are. Everything's new, so I'm kind of like freaking out about it. Flight, forget it. I'm gonna be drugged up like a mother because I cannot deal with no flying. On the way back I can because I already went through it the first time, but like, we fly every year, and every year it's the same. Every year I have to take medication, so oh my gosh, it's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts. But yeah. So those of you who didn't know, I suffer from really bad anxiety. Like, really bad. And it's just been kind of shitty lately. The past 3 days have been really shitty. And hopefully it goes away soon. Or hopefully I find a new method to deal with this anxiety. I called in from work because of it. And that usually never happens. Like I said, it may be just overworked. I did work 62 hours of overtime this week, and on top of my 80, so that's a little crazy. But hopefully things go back to normal. And if you have anxiety, guys, I'm here for you. If anyone needs to talk about it or vent or needs help coping, I'm here. And well, yeah. Sorry this vlog isn't that great. It's just I needed to get it off my chest, and I think like talking about it helps a little bit. So hopefully I can help someone out there. Be weird and be beautiful. Yes, it's me. Follow me on Instagram or Snapchat at ArtsyFartsyIvan, or my Twitter at ArtFartIvan. Or you can follow me on Facebook at my personal account at Ivan Ooze. Thanks for watching, weirdos. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And please don't forget, be weird and be beautiful.